We did it. We finished Vlogust, and I say we because there were a lot of you out there who were watching and kind of encouraging me and leaving positive messages, and really if it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. And I mean that. There were a couple times when I almost called it quits. I was ready to give up and move on. But I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did, and now I'm here to share with you some of the things that I learned during this last month of vlogging. But first, a couple stats. So in the month of August, I uploaded 30 videos, captured 347 gigabytes worth of files and footage, and edited those videos together to be a total of 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 34 seconds worth of footage. But I think the most impressive stat here, and this goes back to the title of the video, I increased my subscriber count by 222%, which amounts to 40 subscribers over the course of the month. Yes, the title is a little clickbaity, but hey, numbers are numbers. 222% is 222%, right? I mean, I guess if I keep doing what I'm doing, the numbers will continue to go up at a pretty steady pace, or at least I hope so. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and jump into some of the lessons that I learned over the course of the month. Number 1, daily vlogging is hard. Now, I'm not looking for a pity party here, but I have a day job. I've got a wife, 3 kids, 3 dogs, all the kids are in activities. I do client work on the side. I think by most people's standards, I would be considered a pretty busy guy. So finding the time to film and edit 30 videos over the course of 30 days was a challenge. And we'll get into that a little bit more here, but it was hard. Another thing I learned is that it's important to pace yourself. When it came to the first few videos I did, I came to realize very quickly that I was capturing a lot more footage than I needed over the course of the day. So at the end of the day, I was, stressed out trying to whittle all this footage down from here to here. And I really had to work to find a happy medium of not capturing too much footage, but capturing just enough to be able to tell a good story. So if daily vlogging is something you're looking to do, just pace yourself. Don't go as crazy as you think you need to go, because you don't need to go that crazy, I'm telling you right now. And sort of in that same vein, I learned that B-roll is very, very important for storytelling purposes, but it's also easy to get carried away with B-roll. So my suggestion there is be very selective with the B-roll you're capturing, and only capture the B-roll that you know you're going to use. Obviously, if you weren't daily vlogging, I might have different advice for you here. I would probably say in that case to capture as much B-roll as you can, but when it comes to daily vlogging, you definitely want to limit it, because the last thing you want to do, again, is be culling through all this footage when you're editing your video together. Next up, one of the things I learned is that sometimes the last minute kind of off the cuff videos can be the most fun to make and the most engaging. For example, I made a video called What's on Ryan's Shelf, and really that was a result of me just not having any idea of what I was gonna film that day. I was in my office looking around, hey, I got some stuff up on my shelf that people might be interested in. Pulled out the camera, talked about it. It ended up being over a 9-minute vlog, if I'm not mistaken. And it was probably one of my most fun vlogs to make, so be sporadic every now and then. Next thing that I learned, and this was a big one, is that daily vlogging forced me to be creative, but in a good way. As much as I'm always working on some kind of project, I find that if I don't really have a project that I'm working on at the moment, or if there's nothing that I need to be doing, that I tend to get a little lazy, and I tend to avoid coming up with creative ideas. But coming up with 30 different ideas in 30 days for 30 different videos, and it was definitely a challenge, but I look at creativity just like you would look at a muscle. Like if you want to get strong, you have to work out, you have to work those muscles. And I think creativity is the same way. Like, it doesn't just come naturally. You have to practice at it, you have to work at it in order to develop it. And these last 30 days have just been a crazy crash course in creative development for me. The next thing I learned is that people are generally very supportive of you when you are pursuing a challenge like this. Honestly, I think I expected people to look at me and be like, oh, what? You're vlogging? What is that? What are you doing? Why? That's so dumb. But that really wasn't the case either with the people that were watching my videos, or just, close personal friends and family. The No Small Creator community headed up by Cody Warner was a big time help in getting me through this month. A lot of great content creators in that community, and they were watching my content, leaving comments. So thank you guys to all of you who watched and left comments. I really appreciate it. You really helped push me along. Another thing I learned is that I have way more free time than I thought, apparently. Even before I started Vlogust, I thought I was a busy guy. Again, with all those responsibilities and things that I have in my life, I never thought that I would find the time to do this. Also because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like, I like to do things to where they're as good as they can possibly be, and I'll get back to that in a minute, actually. So going into this, I thought, well, I'm gonna try it, but I don't know how far I'm gonna get because of everything going on. I just don't know how I'm gonna find the time. But I did it. I even did some traveling during the month and was able to vlog while on the road. Yeah, and I'm proud of myself for being able to do that, but I don't say it to brag. I more or less say it as a message to other people out there who, you know, I think there's a lot of people out there, let's be honest, who make a lot of excuses about why they can or cannot do something or start something. And for a lot of people, I think it comes down to them just saying, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have whatever it is. If you want something bad enough, you're gonna figure out how to do it. And to me, this Vlogust thing was very important. I wanted to figure out how to do it, and I did. And even though I've got all this stuff that takes up all this time in my life, I still found a way to get this done. So stop making excuses, you know, and just jump in and do it. Vlogust has also really put things into perspective for me. And I also mentioned this in a video earlier this month, but what I started to realize is that I was putting out videos that I was filming and editing in one day that I was more proud of than videos that I had taken a week or even more to produce. And this goes back to that whole perfectionism thing where I think at a certain point there can be diminishing returns. You know, I can only make a video so good before it's just not gonna get any better. It's just gonna kind of and come to a peak, at which point, you know, that's as good as it's gonna get. Now, I still feel like I can make a much better video if I had a week to do it than a day, but Vlogust allowed me to kind of recalibrate what I thought I was capable of. And I learned that I'm pretty capable of producing a decent quality video over the course of 24 hours. On the flip side of that, another thing I learned that's kind of a contradiction to my last point is that posting less frequently with the intention of producing a better quality video is really just an excuse not to create. It may be a well-intentioned excuse, but it's still an excuse. So keeping that in mind, after this video, I'll probably take a few days off from posting just to take a little bit of a break. But after that, I really do want to maintain a posting schedule of anywhere from 2 to 3 videos a week. I do want to hold myself accountable because I feel like holding myself accountable forces me to get into creative mode. You know, there's some people that have the school of thought where you should just kind of let the thoughts come to you and let the creativity flow naturally. It just doesn't work like that for me. I need something to kick my butt into gear. So if I hold myself to posting 2 or 3 times a week, then I'll always be in some level of creativity mode. And my last takeaway here is that motivation goes away quick and you just gotta power through. Think of it like this. Let's say you want to lose weight and eat better. And you're all excited about it. You get new gym clothes, you go out and buy food, and you're doing all your meal prep stuff. And for like the first week or so, you're doing great. You're working out every day, you're eating right. And then after that first week, that motivation faucet just slowly starts to turn off. It slowly starts to go down to a trickle. And it's when it feels like that faucet is all the way off where you want to give up the most. You just like, that's it, I don't know why I'm doing this, I'm gonna give up. When in fact, those are the times that you really need to push through the hardest. And I went through a couple of those times over the course of the month. In fact, I made a couple videos about them. There was one time where I just wasn't feeling it. I was ready to give up and move on to something else. There was another time where I failed twice in a day to make a video. I actually filmed 2 different videos, tried editing both, neither of them worked out, and I had to come up with a last minute video, but I did it, I got it done, I got past it. And after I got past it, the greatest thing is that I felt great about it. Like I finished it, I moved past it, and I was proud of myself that I did that. And I think the important thing to remember there is that sometimes the guilt of not accomplishing a goal can be more painful than the work you have to put in to achieve it. Because let's be honest, regret is a bitch. How often have you given up on a goal that you set for yourself and just felt totally gutted inside because you gave up? Just think about that next time you want to give up on another goal. Now, obviously, I'm not the only person to do this Vlogust thing. There are a ton of other people out there. There are some people that do daily vlogging just all the time, and I give them so much credit because it's a ton of work. And for those of you who are still out there doing it, man, keep kicking ass because you guys got one hell of a work ethic. But that is it for me. Thank you so much for pushing me through this Vlogust challenge. Like I said, I'll probably be taking a few days off, but I've already got some ideas for some new videos that I want to make, so I will be back soon. But once again, thank you very much, and we will see you again very soon. Goodbye.